Hey guys, your boy Sean Bell, back with you with another episode of Philly Eagles Talk here on my Fly Eagles Fly channel. I was tired last night after making my, my Eagles video. Y'all saw it. Appreciate the support. The likes, the views, and everything on my video of me going over the Eagles season after it ended yesterday. After we lost to the Buccaneers, but obviously you can tell by the title, that's not what this is about. I wanted to, like I said, it got late yesterday. I got tired. I fell asleep after our game and during the Steelers and Chiefs game. So I forgot to make this video going over what happened to the Dallas Cowboys yesterday and why I ended up having a very, very good night's sleep after the Dallas Cowboys did what they always do, choke and, just do Dallas Cowboy things. The Dallas Cowboys yesterday, as everyone knows by now, because they are a walking meme at this point, they are literally the joke that everyone keeps talking about. Especially Mike McCarthy and Dak Prescott at this point. We'll go over them in a minute. But yes, the Dallas Cowboys was eliminated in the first round at home as the 3rd seed against the 6th seed San Francisco 49ers. Now, going into this game, when I gave my predictions of what I thought was going to happen this wild card weekend, I did pick the Dallas Cowboys to beat the Niners because regardless what people may think, even though I hate Dallas with a passion and love that logo, our Eagle logo, everything about the Eagles I'm saying I love, and the hate for Dallas is real, I'm still objective to the point where I recognize talent. And I think in the end that with a decent head coach, which I think Mike McCarthy is, and a good team, which Dallas had from talent, from Dak Prescott's a good quarterback. Zeke has his moments. You're like, well, whatever. But they got Tony Pollard. They got CeeDee Lamb, Amari Cooper, Michael Gallup, Cedric Wilson. They have tons of talent across the board. The offensive line is top 5 when healthy. Their defense was one of the main issues coming in this year. Everyone was wondering about, but we saw what Trayvon Diggs could do. He had 11 picks this year. Michael Parsons, shout out to the Harrisburg native. He in for my favorite team, Penn State. He broke the record, I believe, for Dallas Cowboys sacks in the season as far as rookie defensive player for sacks of the season. They had a squad, dude. They had the squad this year. I thought that, the Cowboys definitely should be able to, 1, win this division, in which they did, and 2, at least make it to the NFC Championship game, which they haven't done, I think, since 1995. So I thought that was going to start with the Niners. I didn't think the Niners was a poop team. I just think the Niners did not have enough. Jimmy G at moments does some very questionable things, which we did see him do in this game against Dallas yesterday. But I was like, okay, I like the Niners. I like Deebo Samuel. I like Kyle Shanahan, the head coach. But I was like, all right, man, come on. Like the Cowboys should at least win this game. Barely. It don't matter if it's a blowout. They should win this game. But in typical Dallas Cowboys fashion, around in January, which they always seem to do, they just seem to choke, let down their fan base, and completely just waste their entire season. They won 12 games this year, but no one gives a damn because it's like this every year with the Cowboys. They get you hyped coming into the year. Everyone's talking about Super Bowl aspirations. They sell their jerseys. They pack their stadiums. They do all this stuff. But as soon as January come by, it's just wasteful, just a wasteful year. Because as soon as January comes, they choke. They don't do what they're supposed to do when you think they obviously should. And here we are where we're talking about them being eliminated. Like I said, so the Cowboys lost 23-17 to the Niners. I'm not going to go through the whole game. Basically the whole point of the game, I believe at one point the 49ers was up 16-7 on the Dallas Cowboys, and no, it was actually up 27. They was up 23-10 on Dallas, going midway through the 4th quarter, and everyone thought, okay, Dallas is really about to lose by 2 touchdown scores. Their fans, the cameraman at the game was showing their fans was crying and everything, and the game was even like over, but you just felt it was going to be a nail in the coffin at some point. But no, Jimmy Garoppolo, the quarterback for the Niners, threw an interception to, I think it was Anthony Brown for the Cowboys cornerback, threw an interception straight to him. When me and my girlfriend watched, like, oh my goodness, he threw an interception and Dallas is going to have a chance to go down the field and score. Lord and behold, I think like 2-3 plays later, Dak runs in for a touchdown. They're only down 23-17, and Dallas actually has a chance to get the ball back, which they did. And Dallas was going down the field. Now, I will say this real quick. Just a side note, I hate the strategy behind the scheme, whatever, prevent defense, because that's what the Niners was doing. The scheme where because it's like a minute or so left and your team is up a touchdown or a field goal, teams are just okay with sitting all their players 15 yards back and letting the offensive team completely just throw these easy passes where it's just pitch and catch, and hopefully the offensive player runs out of bounds. And it's like the Niners was slowly letting Dallas get into the range where at least Dallas could attempt a Hail Mary. But that moment never came. See, the Cowboys was out of timeouts, right? I think it was 14 seconds on the clock. They was out of timeouts. For some strange reason, everyone was expecting at least Dak and them throw one more pass to the sideline. They at least got maybe 6-7 seconds left, and then they could at least try for a Hail Mary, because I think they was getting close to basically the Niners side of the field. I think they was on the Niners 40-something yard line. The point was, one more play and Dallas could at least try to Hail Mary, and then, live and let die. You just do it, and then there we go. For some reason, head coach Mike McCarthy of the Dallas Cowboys told Dak Prescott to do a play where it was basically a quarterback draw play. Dak lined up in the shotgun. Everyone was spread away out the field, so the middle was wide open. Because, like I said, the Niners was all backed up. They didn't want to give the Cowboys, I guess, any chance to beat them deep. So they played them far back in the prevent defense style. Dak kicks the ball and he immediately runs down the middle of the field. Now, everyone in a stadium, from the broadcaster, I think Jim Nantz and Tony Romo and everyone at home, including me and my girl, was like, yo, what the hell are they doing? He runs all the way middle down the field. He gets like 20 yards, and I think he makes it to the Niners 30-something. Oh God, I'm trying not to laugh. So the rule in football, it's always been like that since the dawn of time, all the way down to your high school years. The point of the rule of football is, after a play is over, an offensive player, don't matter if they got 1 yard, 10 yards, 20 yards, it doesn't matter. The back referee is supposed to always touch the ball first and spot the ball. That way they put it in the right spot and then action continues. Remember, the Cowboys had no timeouts remaining, so the clock was ticking as the referee was running behind Dak. Dak tries to pick the ball up. Very, very zero IQ situation here for Dak Prescott. He picks the ball up, gives it to his center, and the center puts the ball on the ground, and the Cowboys tries to hike the ball to try to, spike it, to at least have a second or two left to throw a Hail Mary and get a chance to win the game. But again, like I said, and for some people that are really forgetting about this or even understanding the rule, listen, the judge, the ref behind them, the ref that is behind the offense has to touch the ball first. Dak knows this, or should have known this. Mike McCarthy should have known this as the head coach. You cannot spot the ball yourself just so you can hurry up and spike it or whatever you're trying to do. The ref has to touch it first to spot the ball. And what ends up happening is the ref runs behind Dak and runs into Dak, because the ref is trying his absolute best to get it to the exact spot so he can get the ball, put it down so the Cowboys can spike it. Dak did not get a chance to do that. Dak did not give him the ball, and in the end, the clock hit 0. And if you actually watch carefully, I think Dan Orlowski, shout out to him, on one of my favorite ESPN analysts when it comes to NFL, because on ESPN, he broke it down very simple. You're literally, if you pause it, literally with 5 seconds on the clock on your TV, you can see that the referee was literally this close from Dak Prescott, and it was literally 5 seconds on the clock. So Dak could have just gave the ball to the referee. The ref could have put it down, and the Cowboys could at least had 3 to 2 seconds left to still throw a Hail Mary thing. I think what happened was Dak panicked, forgot the damn rule, and put the freaking ball down, gave the ball to his teammate, and forgot the actual rule that the referee's supposed to touch it first. There's people, I'm breaking this down like this because there's people literally on social media that is really pissed off and saying that the refs screwed the Cowboys and all that other bullshit. And to me, listen, I guess because you see the Eagles fan there does not mean I'm not objective, but I want to tell those people to shut up and learn the rules. It's been like that forever. You're supposed to you're supposed to give the ball to the ref first so he can spot it. Then you can spike it and do your thing. Every quarterback, every head coach should know that. It's been there since the dawn of time. And against every Cowboy fan that is blaming that loss in those refs, you're an idiot, because here's what I have to ask. Was it the refs' fault that the Cowboys was playing like shit the entire game? The entire game. If it wasn't for Jimmy Garoppolo throwing an interception to even give the Cowboys a chance to go down the field and make it a one-possession game, we wouldn't even be talking about this. The Cowboys would have probably lost by 13 to 10 points or whatever. So do not blame that loss on the refs. The other thing I want to say real quick is I think Dak Prescott is absolutely pathetic in his answer that he gave the media after the game. See, they asked, like, because what happened after the game is a typical, I'm not going to say Cowboys thing, because fans all over the world do it, which they need to stop. I hate when fans do this. But fans after the game was trying to throw things like cups, beer bottles, everything at the referees, because as soon as the referee says the game was over, you can clearly see the ref was running towards the tunnel because the referees knew what was about to happen. The fans are pissed. They're drunk probably. Their team just lost in a playoff game in the first round. So people are pissed. So when the refs was heading toward the tunnel, some of the Cowboys fans started throwing shit at the refs because, again, they're just not understanding what the rule was. So, and they add that, I don't know if it was a Cowboys beat writer or whatever, ask Dak Prescott, how do you feel about the fans throwing stuff at the referees? And he said, kudos to them, or, basically good for them, that he was happy. He's basically condoning the behavior that the refs deserve shit to be thrown at them by the fans, which to me is weak sauce and completely just unprofessional altogether. Because if the shoe's on the other foot and the players, which we have seen NBA fans do, I think a couple years ago, and I was all for NBA players doing this, when there was NBA fans throwing stuff at players, I was one of those people that was saying those players have every right to go up to the stands and create another Malice at the Palace because, it's ridiculous. Just because you're pissed off at me at how I played or what happened in the game, fans should never throw anything at players. And just because you're pissed off at the refs, which we understand, listen, referees can piss us off because of the shit they call, the inconsistency of their calls constantly. But that does not mean they shouldn't be treated like human beings where you throw shit at them and just because you're upset. Again, be mad at your team, not at the refs, but even so, you shouldn't throw shit at anybody. So for Dak Prescott, my God, I cannot say his name anymore. Excuse me. Dak Prescott, for him to condone that behavior and be happy that the fans were throwing stuff at them, that doesn't make much sense. That's not cool at all for Dak to say that, man. That's weak, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people are going to hammer him about that. There was tons of players. I think Charles Woodson tweeted at him saying, Dak, come on, man, don't do that. Like, there was tons of people, fans and athletes alike, were saying, dude, come on. So we're going to probably hear about that today because you should not do that. I'm pretty sure he's going to have his PR person or whatever write a statement and say he apologizes. He was just upset at the moment and everything. But again, I will just point back to you horrible Cowboys constantly choking everything. Don't blame the referee for what happened. That was completely your fault. Y'all should have never lost this game. I really thought this was the Cowboys' best chance this year to really make it at least to the NFC Championship game. Like, I really thought they had the best chance this year for themselves. Like, I'm not saying they're super better than the Buccaneers, but the Buccaneers are hurting with injuries. I thought maybe if anything they would face the Green Bay Packers in the NFC Championship game, but that, you got the Rams and the Cardinals, but I really thought this was their best chance. They had a good team this year from offense to defense alike. I thought Dallas was set, but no, they completely did what they always do. Like I said, choke, and it just brings a great smile to my face because they was talking so much trash about my Eagles getting their ass whooped by the Buccaneers, which again we did lose too. There's no NFC East team left, but listen, we was not predicted to go anywhere compared to them. So I will take that loss on the chin. Dallas fans, you got to sit there and think about that because, again, this was your best shot. And if history repeats itself, or history has shown us anything in the NFC East, if you win a division that year, the next year, you're not going to win it. So if history, like I said, repeats itself and history has it shown in the NFC East in that division, the Cowboys won't win the division next year. So who knows where Dallas is going to be next year after winning 12 games this year. And like I said, choking the first round. I think that is great, man. That is good stuff. But all right, guys, I'm out, man. Again, oh man, that's good, man. I'm not like laughing anymore because I was laughing hard yesterday. I was laughing my ass off about this whole thing. But that's it, you guys. I'm out. Peace.